Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to our Bling into Business Zoom. I'm Katie, and I'm so excited to be here. Hopefully, you've grabbed your coffee, your wine, water, your comfy clothes, whatever. We're just going to have fun. Tonight, we're going to have a real conversation about what it's like to partner with Park Lane Jewelry. And give me one second. The page can't be loaded with an error message. Oh no. Okay, we're going to continue on. I can send her the recording, right, guys? That's the beauty of technology these days. So we'll do that. But anyway, I am excited. So pop in the chat. I think we already had Casey said that she's from Pennsylvania. And Kim, I forget where you're located. Did you say where you were located from? Oh yeah, we're in Florida. Kim, are you in DeLand? Okay. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. So me and Kim actually live in the very same city, and Kim's been a hostess of mine for years and years and years. I mean, I can't even remember how many years it's been, Kim. If you remember, then let me know. I think it was previously when I was with Princess House even. So it's been a very long time. But if you are already, I know we have Courtney here, and she's a Park Lane stylist. And so I'm excited that she's here tonight because she has been a true success story since starting, what, 2 months ago, was it, Courtney?
I believe it's three. I think we're just getting to three.
Oh my gosh. And she was messaging me over this past weekend and sharing with me that she has 8 parties booked, and just what a blessing this business has been for her and her growing. Well, I don't know if it's a growing family, but she has two littles.
I've stopped at two, so it's the family.
Yes, to and through. And so anyway,
Yes.
mentioning what a great opportunity and blessing Park Lane has been to her. So I'm sure that we'll have her pop in and share here in a little bit. But anyways, tell us if you can, Kim and Casey, kind of one thing that kind of caught your eye, why you joined tonight. And it can't be the free earrings. Let us know in the comments, okay? But anyway, I'm not here to pitch any particular, thing to you tonight. There's absolutely zero pressure, but I'm just here to share why the company by Park Lane Jewelry has changed my life and how it might be just the thing that you weren't looking for, okay? So the first thing I want to tell you about is just a little bit about my personal story in starting Park Lane, and then I'll have Courtney go ahead and share a little bit about her story. But I've actually been in the direct sales industry for 23 years, and I've seen a lot of companies during that time come and go. I've seen a lot of products rise and fall. But 6 years ago, I decided to make a move, and it's been the best move I've ever made. It was completely unexpected. And I never thought I would join a jewelry company. I came over to Park Lane from selling cookware and home goods. Like I mentioned, Kim was a hostess of mine with Princess House, and I was with them for almost 19 years. And to be honest, when I started in the industry, I thought that this would be just a fun little side hustle, but it's turned into one of the most successful and enjoyable chapters in my life. And I am so glad that I said yes. What drew me to Park Lane is basically how simple the business is. Even with my prior company, we were explaining PFOAs and cookwares and chemicals and how it, alters the body and the health hazards of it and all of this technical stuff. And when I heard jewelry, the first thing I said was, I don't wear jewelry. That was the first thing I said. And then the second thing I thought was, you know what? That seems pretty simple, right? It's just a very, very simple, there's no crazy ingredient list. There's no sciencey explanations. There's no convincing of someone to spend thousands of dollars. It's affordable. And it's literally a product that you see it, you like it, you want it, you get it. It is so seriously simple. And so we are with Park Lane. I always say we're in the business of joy. People are shopping for gifts. They're shopping for special events. They're shopping to treat themselves. And we really make that experience beautiful, fun, and rewarding. And put in the comments if you, prior to meeting me, Casey, and Kim, put in the comments if you've ever heard of Park Lane before. Or you can unmute, whatever's. I got to go back to the chat here. Casey loves jewelry, Kim, and Kim was my hostess last week, Courtney. No, hadn't heard of it. Yeah, neither had I, which is so shocking. Yes, I know several people who sold it. Okay, great, Casey. I love that. Love it. So I had never heard of Park Lane when I first heard of it 6 years ago. And that is so shocking now that I've been a stylist for 6 years because Park Lane has actually been around for 70 years. August 23rd is actually going to be our 70th year anniversary, which is crazy. Our company is family owned and women led since day one. Shirley Levine, who was the founder with her husband Arthur, just passed away the day after Mother's Day of this year. And that kind of legacy in this industry is rare. It means that we're stable, it means that we're debt free, and that we're built to last. So if you're looking at a direct sales company, I just ask, you don't have to pick Park Lane if you're looking, or maybe you know somebody who's looking. But just I ask that you do your homework. You really want to, this is like my biggest piece of advice for people who are looking to layer in an additional source of income, is really, really do your homework. You want a company with a strong customer and hostess program. You want a company that offers real cash bonuses and a product that doesn't require a 20-minute explainer video. Have you guys all gotten those videos with like, here, this is the information about what collagen does for your body? You know, this is so, so, so simple. It's just, again, you see it, you like it, you want it, and you get it. Okay. So what I wanted to bring to you guys tonight is, first of all, this chat's only going to last another 20 minutes. So if this is agonizing for you, and I hope it's not, we won't be here for long. But at the end of this video, I'm going to post in the comment section a survey. It's like a 30-second survey. It doesn't take any time at all. Just make sure that you do that survey, because that's how I get all your information to send you your free earrings for plugging in tonight and checking out Park Lane. Okay. But we're going to talk really quickly about the 4 Ps of Park Lane. We're going to make this fun and real. You can unmute anytime, ask questions. Courtney, please. Courtney, please, really quickly, in like 60 seconds or less, tell us why and how and all the things that you've done, and why Park Lane, why you love it so much as a new stylist just 3 months.
I yes, I do love it. And ladies, I mean, I kind of put some random post on Facebook, and Katie reached out to me, and I'm so glad that I answered my phone, because this has been very fun and a rewarding experience so far. I've only been doing it for about, I think, 3 months, the end of this month. It's something very, very different for me. I've never been in direct sales. I've always worked in dentistry. And after I had my son, which if you hear him in the background, I'm sorry, I'm at cheerleading practice with my daughter, but he's throwing things back here somewhere. Anyways, and that this is also a big part of it. I can do this right now, and I can take my daughter to practice and have him in the back seat. But you know, after I had my son, I really, it wasn't feasible. It didn't make sense to go back to work. I'm sure you all know. I don't know if you guys have kids, but it's another mortgage payment just to send them to daycare, and it's just amazing to stay at home with them. Anyways, it was very skeptical at first, but I love it. Like I said, it is so rewarding and it's so neat. You can have your downtime. Sometimes you get really just like I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this, or like if you don't get a hostess or something, it's okay. You're gonna have more no's than you have yeses, and I've learned that from Katie. And being consistent is the biggest thing you can be. Okay, posting, sharing pictures, talking about how easy it is to be a hostess, which it is. Um, and this company has so many cool perks to being a hostess, which is also great. And it's just not overthinking things, and um talking to people, and I'm building confidence every day, and that's also a thing. Like, I didn't think I can, when Katie told me, like, okay, you're a stylist, and I'm like, so I have to jump on and like do these videos. I'm like, I can't do that. But I'm getting more confident every time I do it. But
Yes.
most importantly, it's just showing and
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit on us,
or
Courtney.
you're sorry,
Oh,
I'll end that. But just be consistent. All you gotta do is talk to people. Sorry, guys.
that's okay. And
Can you
I'm
hear
just
me?
going to add that, the reason I think why Courtney's been so successful is because she's done everything that we've guided her to do. And this is a plug and play business. I love that about Park Lane, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to learn pages and pages and pages and pages of stuff. You just go live and you show some pieces that you love wearing and sharing. So, but all right, so let's dive into the 4 Ps of Park Lane. The first one is the product. I kind of already hit on that with you guys, but our product is high end. It is fashion jewelry. It fits everyone's budget and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. It is superior because we have genuine stones in our jewelry, nickel free. There's no sizing required, of course, unless you purchase a ring. And you just wear it and share it and you're marketing it. Ladies, let me ask you a question, Kim and Casey. Have you ever been stopped and asked, at a store or at Publix, has anyone ever stopped you and asked you, hey, I love your necklace or I love your earrings, right? Imagine getting paid every time that happens. Okay. I always wear big earrings when I shop at Publix. I think they train their cashiers and their baggers to compliment you. But every single time I have them scan my code to join my VIP group. And then I, of course, nurture that relationship, get a sale, get a booking, and continue on.
My husband would kill me if I did that, but that's a good idea.
Yes, you can do that.
Sorry, Kyle.
And I'm so glad that Courtney shared her story because my passion is helping other moms like myself be stay-at-home moms and be able to earn a full-time income, which is what I've been able to do all 6 years that I've been with Park Lane. And I love that because I'm a mom of 4 and I don't even think I could ever have a full-time job with everything that all of them are doing. I'm have children a little older than Courtney's. Mine are in their teenage years. Then we have a 7-year-old. And they're all in sports. They have social lives all of a sudden when they hit 13 or 12. And it's just too much to keep up with. So that's my passion is to training women, particularly moms, but all women, how to be able to be a stay-at-home mom and earn a full-time income from home. So that's the first P is product. We have a great product. The next thing is profit. So we do get paid weekly with Park Lane, and new stylists start out making 30% commission, which is what Courtney did. And actually, she just earned her first 5% raise. So now she earns 35% by sharing the business with her bestie, Shayla. And now they get to do the business together, which is a lot of fun because I think you're always more successful when you have a running buddy, someone that's doing it with you that you can kind of talk, have
Definitely does
common
help.
ground. Yeah. And support each other and encourage each other, like Courtney said, because sometimes, you got to go get a booking and you get a no, and then you try again, you get a no, and then you try again, you get a yes, and you can celebrate together. So, but one decider show, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about a decider show in a second, but one decider show can bring you $300. And that's just to start. So put in the comments if you guys can, Casey and Kim, what would you do if you had an extra $300 each week? So July was a 5-week month. So that's $1,500 extra every month. What would you do with that kind of money? And Courtney, if you're still on, if you're able, if you don't mind sharing, because I always feel like being real resonates so deeply with people, but drop your highest commission check in the chat if you can. Oh, God bless. She's in the back seat.
I'm in the back seat.
That's
He
okay.
dropped stuff. I didn't buckle him all the way. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I said, what was your highest commission check so far in 3 months?
Well, that was definitely the decider party. That was
Yeah.
absolutely amazing, and it gets you going. It makes you want to do it. It was 345, and that was all. That was all mine. That was all profit.
Oh,
And I've been trying to also, I've been doing. My goal is to try to do 2 parties a week and try to do them together because it does make it a little bit easier. In the beginning, it was a little bit hard when I did 2, but for sure 1 party a week, and that I'm averaging $200 right now, and that's in the beginning a week just by doing these 30-minute parties.
that's amazing. So 30 minutes a night, which is actually, I have a party at 8 o'clock tonight as well. And I have one hostess tonight and then 2 next Thursday. But yeah, that's the great thing is if you're super busy, which who's not busy, okay? But if you're super busy, the old saying, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Not that we're trying to kill anyone, Kim, but Kim had a party with another hostess of mine, Katie, last week. And it's so great that you can do 2 parties at the same time. They each have their own messenger party group, and then you go live one time in your VIP group. And the beauty about that is it's such a genius business strategy because you also get to go live each week, and your VIPs who already know and love the jewelry, they get to see a different live party each week. Tonight, I'm just doing a live party with a white t-shirt. It's my white t-shirt party. It's not naughty. It's
That's
a
cute.
it's a Christian white t-shirt party. But
I like it.
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So Casey said if she had an extra $1,500 a month, she'd buy groceries with cash. Kim said she would pay bills. And you know what? That is such a true
That's
thing.
all we're doing.
Yes, actually, I think in Time Magazine last year it said that on average, the American household is short about $700 a month from being debt free. So that's huge. That's only two, maybe three style parties a month. So if you're a 1 week, one party a week kind of girl, then that's going to fit in perfect. Okay, the next P is perks. So from jewelry to car bonuses to luxury trips twice a year, this business with Park Lane, we give back in so many ways. I always say that we're highly incentive driven, and my goodness, we are. And the community that we have here, our team, which is called the Stroop Troop, and then our whole community with Park Lane is a game changer. We have such a powerful, packed, I mean, we just finished our Sparkle convention, and the talent and the wisdom behind our field is something extraordinary. Um, and so I just lost my train of thought. I was going to say that if you love to travel, I know Courtney's in the process of earning her first trip with Park Lane. We just announced our next travel trip is going to be Amsterdam, Netherlands, which I've never been to. And here's a little secret, and I'll share this too with you, Courtney, is I don't care where the trips are. If it's free, it's for me, you know? And I have always lived with that motto. And I will tell you guys, in the past 23 years I've been in the industry, I have traveled to over 32 free vacations. And in 1 week, which I cannot even believe it, in 1 week we're leaving to go to Zurich, Switzerland. And that is our second trip this year. Earlier in the year, we went to, where did we go? I don't even know, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'll share with you some of my top favorite places that Park Lane has taken us. Okay. So another, there's someone joining. Hi, Alexandra. Welcome. Okay. So Courtney, what perk has meant the most to you since you've joined Park Lane?
What perk you said?
Yeah. What perk? From the jewelry to the income, earning free
I
vacation.
mean, the jewelry, like you were saying, I wasn't really a jewelry person. Like I remember when you first called me, I'm like, I don't really wear any jewelry. But as you see me now, I'm at cheerleading practice with this stuff on. I'm
Yeah.
not outside in the heat though, so that does make it a little bit different. But I
Yeah.
mean, the jewelry always obviously was a plus, but I definitely my biggest driven part of this was the income.
Yes.
And it is kind of because I am a stay-at-home mom to have something to look, something more different to look forward to, and talking to women and letting them know my story, and not only talking to my 1-year-old and my 5-year-old all day. So it's just got me something, to get me going. And it's amazing. And I
Yeah.
mean, obviously the biggest perk for me is income, but there's so many more to it.
The power of that three-step fashion formula. And it's so much more than just selling earrings. We get to help women really look and feel beautiful through the three-step fashion formula, through throwing on a pair of earrings and all of those things. So I love that. Thank you. Okay, the next P is programs. So let's talk smart business for a second. So like I mentioned before, whenever you're choosing a direct sales company, you need one with a rich customer program and hostess incentive program. And Park Lane nails it in both. We even nail it on our compensation plan. So we call it the trifecta: the customer sale, the hostess, and the stylist compensation plan. And so one thing I love about our CEO, Scott Levine, is that he has told the field so many times, if you ever find a customer sale that's better than ours, a hostess program that's better than ours, or a compensation structure that's better than ours, bring it to me so we can change it. He is not married to it. He wants us to be the front runners and the best in the industry, and he has 100 wholeheartedly done that. On average, hostesses regularly earn about $400 in free jewelry, and hostesses can even win free trips. This last travel trip that we had, we actually gave away 10 free vacations as giveaways to hostesses, which is insane that they do that. But this makes it really fun for people, easy. And it makes it really easy to book more parties when you are offering, between $200 and $400 worth of free jewelry. On a 5 order party, the hostess gets about $200 worth of jewelry. And on a 10 order party, the hostess gets a free $400 shopping spree. And so that makes it really easy. Okay, let's talk about the Decider Show, and then we're going to do just a little wrap up, and then I'm going to drop that survey link so that you guys can fill out that and to get your free earrings for joining us tonight. And if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat, and I'll answer them live with you tonight. I'm happy to do that. So let's talk about a Decider Show, because I know we mentioned that earlier. So even if you're just a little bit curious, you can start by having what we call a decider show. A decider party is basically a no pressure 30-minute style show with your friends where you kind of get to like try the business on for size. Like Courtney mentioned, most of our decider hostesses earn about $300 in commission and free jewelry. I think Courtney got $480 in free jewelry and a $300 commission check. Yep.
Yes.
It's amazing. And you also get your starter kit, which we're going to talk about too. Right now, in addition to all of that, which is insane to say no to just in itself right there, we also have a free impressions bracelet that we're giving our new stylist when they sign up on the website to become a stylist. You get to pick any impressions bracelet that you would like that's in the current collection, which I think is about 15 different colors now. And that is awesome as well. So again, free jewelry for being a hostess, for having a decider show, a commission check, and then a free impressions bracelet. Okay. So ladies, lastly, if this sparked just a teensy bit of something in you, comment in the chat decider party, and we'll reach out to you and we will send you the information to book your very own decider show. There is literally no pressure when it comes to a decider show. There's no awkward follow-up. Just try it and see what happens. If at the end of it you decide, no, this isn't for me, then your stylist will gladly take that commission check. But if you decide this was really fun, I kind of liked this, I got 2 friends that booked a party, everyone ordered something, this was great, then this is such a great thing for you to be able to do either part-time or full-time. Okay. And here is the best thing about deciding to test drive Park Lane now is that we are ramped up right now. We are getting ready to start our biggest selling season of the year, Q3 and Q4. People are ramped up. It's the gift giving season, and you could finish out 2025 with a full heart and a full wallet. Okay. And so it's a great time to do that. All right. So see, I think that's it, ladies. Let me check my notes and make sure I didn't forget anything. We appreciate you being here. And what is your biggest takeaway? What is your biggest takeaway that we spoke about tonight? I want to see what that is. And while you're typing that in the chat, I'm going to go and grab this little survey link so that way you guys can get those free earrings. Google Forms. Okay, let's see. Bling into business. There it is. And link. Copy. Okay, let me get back to you guys. Okay, I got a new vehicle and it's more money. Oh, yes, girl. Even if you could offset the cost of that, Kim, even if you did one party a month, that would be, on average $300. And so I'm not sure what your car payment is, but I know that they can be now upwards of $600-700. Kim said possible decider show. I don't know though. Well, the beauty about a decider show is that some stylists do several decider shows, because if you think about it, you have 300 people on your Facebook. Let's just say you have 300 people on your
That's
Facebook.
what I always tell everybody. When someone tells me they don't have anybody, I said, go tell me how many people you have on Facebook.
Yeah. You'll be surprised, and everybody buys
Yes.
jewelry. I mean, why not buy it from you rather than Claire's at the mall, and this is fun. We fill our party with style tips and women love it. I'm getting ready to do mine tonight at 8 o'clock, but yeah, you just do different ones. I mean, I've had stylists that have done two online decider shows and then an in-person style show. And you have so many people to reach out to. Just because you have one party and it's a bust, don't let that, detour you from doing something incredible. And I'll use my personal story as an example. When I first started in direct sales, Kim, my first several parties were horrible. I remember I was living at home with my mom because I started in the industry when I was 18. And I remember being in my room and crying. That's how bad they were. But on my sixth party, it was for a lady named Juanita Mills, and her mom was at this party. And at the end of the party, she came up to me and she said, "You did amazing." And that just, I mean, till this day, I've never forgotten that. And that was 23 years ago. And that just gave me, like Courtney mentioned, confidence. And I went into that next party and I slayed it. And so just like learning any new job, there's a small, small time where you're learning how to do a live party, you're learning how to reach out to people and so on. But it's a very fun and rewarding job and flexible. Casey, did you have any key takeaways from tonight? And ladies, or Alexandra, I know that you hopped on a little bit late, but if you want to comment a key takeaway, you can do that too. And I put the survey link there. So if you girls want to just click that way, whenever you exit out of the Zoom, it'll already be popped up and you can submit it, and then we'll mail out your free earrings for you. Does anyone have any questions before we wrap this amazing event up? Okay, so don't forget, comment decider show if you want to have a decider show, and then we can reach out to you and give you all that. Okay. And remember, I always like to say this because this is mind blowing to me too, but there was a time 6 years ago when I was a guest on a Zoom just like this. And I'm so glad that I said yes, because I was terrified to leave a company that I was with for 2 decades and move over to Park Lane, but it was the best decision I've ever made for my family. All right, let me go check the chat one more
Yes.
time.
I mean, take the leap, ladies, because honestly, the only thing you're not gonna lose anything. You're gonna get some free jewelry, if anything, and you keep
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. If anything, if you have your decider
It's a
show,
great opportunity. Yeah.
yeah, if you have your decider show and you go, I loved it, but not for me, then that's fine. You can keep all the free jewelry and we'll take the profit check. Casey
We
said
don't
the
want you to do
income is
that.
higher
No.
than,
We want you to keep going.
yes, absolutely. That's the beauty and the curse of working for yourself, is like you have to work, right? But the beauty is you're working for yourself. So Casey said the income is higher than I expected, and I like no copper. Oh, no nickel. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You can work your way up, Casey. I make 50% commission. All of our stylists start at 30, and then you work your way up. So when I have $1,000 show, which is not a rarity, I'm able to make $500 from my family in 30 minutes. And that's insane. My husband is a police officer. And so, we could never solely just live on his income without giving away at least two of our children. And and we don't want to do that. So, Alexandra got distracted with kids. I always loves direct sales, but I'm scared to try again. Faith before the fear, girl. Sorry, Met Nickel. I'm allergic to everything. White gold, gold. It's great. Oh, thank him for his service. All right, girls. Well, thank you so much. We will follow up with you. Did everyone get the survey link? Comment yes in the chat, and then I will mail out those earrings this week because I'm leaving on Sunday to go to Zurich with Park Lane for a week. And we're so excited for that. Kim got it. Alexandra got it. And Casey, did you get the link? Let me just make sure Casey got it too, because I had a lady message me last time. She was like, I didn't get it. It ended too quick. All right, girls. So I'm going to record this so we can have this on replay. And I will, lastly, before we wrap up, thank you for taking the time to be here tonight. I love when women get together to support other women. It means so much to me. And if you have been on, with us tonight and you like, no, this is
Thank
not
you,
for me.
ladies.
Yes, thank you. And you're like, maybe not for me, but if you know someone who could use something like this, please share the replay with them. Just message Courtney or message me and we will get you the replay because, you know, it means so much more when friends share with friends, like, hey, this might be a great opportunity for you. So thank you guys. Have a great night. Thank you, Courtney.